Hey everyone, in this video we will discuss the fuzzy left outer join for merge queries in Power Query Editor. So there are a couple of things I wanted to cover off as part of this video, and we'll go through them. And there are a few options which come with fuzzy matching. So similarity threshold, ignore case, match by combining text paths, maximum number of matches, and transformation table. So we'll go through them and I'll explain them one at a time. So let's just escape out of this. I've got this Power BI file here with me. So let me just drag it. So for those of you who are new to the Power BI desktop, when you click on the Power BI desktop icon, it brings you to the home tab of the Power BI desktop, which is this. And from there, if you wanted to go to the Power Query Editor, you can on the home tab go to Transform Data, hit Transform Data button, and it takes you to the Power Query Editor. So which is where we are. So we've got the employee table, and this is the data that the employee table has, and this is the data that the sales table has. So now let's say I want to join the employee table to the sales table based on the employee name. I could use, so let's start. So I'm on the home tab. I'll use merge queries, click merge queries as new. And I'll just do a left outer join. So we won't use the fuzzy logic to begin with. So I'll say employee name. So let's just start with the employee table. And we'll use the employee name. And we'll join him to the sales table. And then we'll use the employee name again. And hit OK. And it creates this merge table for us. And let me just expand the rows. So you can see there's only Emily Davis who has matched here. So the problem here is that if we just do a left outer join, there's only exact match for Emily Davis. So let's open this. And now if we look at the fuzzy logic option, so if we enable it, we can define a threshold. So let me open the fuzzy matching option. So here I can say with the left outer use the fuzzy matching option. Yeah. And so you can say there are 5 of 9 rows for the first table. So I'll hit OK now. And we'll just quickly see what happens when we use fuzzy logic. And you can see there are multiple values which have matched. So we've got John Smith. So there are multiple John Smiths they could find. Then there's Sarah Johnson. So she's matched. But if you look at the last name, there's an N missing in the sales table. Emily Davis was always a match. Adrian Bing is an uppercase and a lowercase, but it's matched. And then Jack Chan, there's a space. So let's just go and let's explore each of the options one at a time. So let's say I just want one match for John Smith. So what option do I have to explore? So here I can say, so there's this option maximum number of matches, which is an optional. But if I say this one, you'll see that I only have one value for John Smith. So I put that to 1, and let's go back again. And you can see the second row for John Smith has disappeared. So that's what we save. And so we've covered this one, maximum number of matches. Yeah. So now let's go back. So Jack Chan and there's no space. So so this is a bit of an exploration for us. We'll go along and we'll tweak and see how we go. And so let's see if I uncheck ignore case, what happens? So we can see that Adrian Bing is still matching. That's because we've got the fuzzy logic turned on. So now here, if I say I wanted an exact match, so if I want so say similarity threshold of 1 is the same as not using fuzzy logic. So if I hit OK, what happens here? Let's go again. So you can see again that only Emily Davis is matching. Now if let's say if I go back and I can check the ignore case option. So if I say the ignore case option and hit OK, does anything happen? So we go here and you can see that Adrian Bing is matching. Now let's go back again. And let's say that for the fuzzy matching option, match by combining text paths. So it's not matching because we've set the threshold value to 1. But if I set it to maybe 0.9, let's check what happens. So we'll go back again here and we'll see it's starting matching that value. So sometimes the options that you have don't work, so you have to tweak and play around with it. And so we are here, and we've covered most of the options, so we'll just go back here. So we've covered maximum number of matches by combining text part, we've done ignore case, and we've also looked at similarity threshold. So the higher the similarity threshold, the less the number of matches you will find. So you can tweak around and play around with that, saying, hey, this is the number of matches I want, or this is not the number of matches I want. So you can say a percentage and then the number. So if I say the percentage, if I really reduce this, so let's say I'm okay even if 10% of the values match, which is like point, and I hit OK. Sorry, that's not the one. Sorry, wrong place, wrong thing. So if I change this here and hit OK, so now if I go here, you will see there are a lot of matches that I'm getting. But if I keep going and tweaking this, except for the last one where we've got the employee name as Apple, it's not matching. Everything else is matching. So if I start increasing the threshold value to 0.5 now and hit OK, and you will see that some of the values will stop matching now. So see, so it's a matter of, I think it's a very business decision that, hey, I'm happy if 50% of the string matches or 60% of the string matches. So you have to probably have a conversation with the business before you finalize the option. So the only thing we've not covered, and I'll quickly take that up, is if oops, sorry. So let me bring the Power Query editor out again. And here, if I say, so if I set the threshold value to be really low, let's say I set it to 0.2 maybe, what happens? So what's happened here is that we've got a lot of values matching, but the last one is not matching. So this one is where we will explore the option of transformation table. So we have a transformation table called fruit map. So essentially what we are saying is, so you have to have the first column as from and the second column as to. So it's saying that if the column name is Apple, match it with Fruit Loop. So the Apple converts to Fruit Loop. So in the employees table, here we've got Apple, and in the sales table we've got Fruit Loop. So this one is, in a way, it just gives us that mapping. So from and to, and that's how. So you can use that as well. You can define your mapping table in case you're aware that there are some mapping issues, or you want to explain. So let's just open this. So we've enabled fuzzy logic. And here, this is the last one, transformation table. And I'll say I'll use fruit map, and the moment I hit OK, Apple will convert to Fruit Loop. So let me hit OK. And now if I go here, you can see Apple, and then we've got Fruit Loop. So we've got a value here. So in this video, we've essentially covered all the options for the fuzzy logic for the left outer join. And it is tricky because you have to play around with it. There's no right formula. And also, I think the second thing is you have to have a conversation with the business as to how much of a value match are they happy with. So for some businesses, that could be 90%. Some businesses, it could be just 10%. You have to figure it out, and you have to look at your data. And you have to have conversation with people around you. But it's just something that I wanted to tell you, that there's an option called fuzzy logic that you can explore. So I hope you find this video useful, and thanks for watching this video. Please do subscribe to my channel and like my videos if you enjoy what I'm doing. Let me know if you would like me to take any specific topics. Cheers, bye.